It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. Do you remember in 1971, Peter Gethin beat Ronnie Peterson to the line by 1/100th of a second. There were 40 overtakes for the lead alone in 1965, and Kimi Räikkönen clocked a record top speed of 230 miles per hour here, just over a decade ago. So there's a lot to live up to then for all of our drivers today. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. Let's talk briefly about Sebastian Vettel. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Kimi Räikkönen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Korhonen, Daniel Ricciardo and Vettel. They've taken a grid penalty. Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Ocon and Charles Leclerc, Perez, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen and Sainz, Ericsson, Gasly, Lance Stroll and Brendan Hartley. Van Dorn and Fernando Alonso starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone. Taken some minor damage. Start phase, now let's build on it. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. Is now enabled, will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. In this race are Bottas and Hamilton. Okay, clear. Some information on Raikkonen. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Gap to teammate behind is 15.5 seconds. Leading our teammate by 16.7 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 29.5. P1, Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 10.3 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. This is your final lap of the race. Turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. The gap behind us is 12.5 seconds.
fantastic drive. Just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Here they are then, coming into Parc Ferme, and an excellent win for the Williams team. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
Oh, here they are now. I always love seeing the independent teams do well. Williams have a long and storied history with F1, and I'm delighted to see them on the top step of the podium. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Coronan increases their championship lead. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
And now let's take a look at the Constructors' standings. Williams move to the top of the table. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose good results moves them further up the championship. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy. How are you feeling after that win? You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? Everything went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you? Great, well that's everything.